What's up, Starseeds? Today I'm going to do something different. I'm going to make a video without having any pre-planned structure or anything I want to talk about, and I'm just going to cultivate letting go. So I'm practicing letting go right now, and I'm multitasking while I'm doing that. So I guess that's the first thing that I'll talk about. It's presence is actually like a really weak meditation. It's not like the world has been doing presence for thousands of years and it hasn't saved humanity. So to expect presence to save humanity is very unrealistic. You're going to have to come up with better meditations than that. Furthermore, the belief that presence is this like divine supreme, it is divine, but the belief that this like unbelievably divine supreme meditation, and there's no other better meditations out there. Eckhart Tolle, he's one of the most famous spiritual teachers on the planet. He says that anything other than presence is just thought and is the ego being arrogant. And I would argue that he's actually extremely unpragmatic and in a lot of ways. And he's also, he doesn't believe in excitement and stuff like that. He believes excitement comes from ego, and excitement is one of my favorite emotions. So, and there's different types of excitement too. So I think he's kind of emotionally flat, which actually a lot of spiritual teachers are very emotionally flat. Sadhguru, Dave Hawkins, Eckhart Tolle, they're all very emotionally flat. They don't smile very much. Well, Eckhart Tolle smiles a lot, but they don't have like excitement, and they're not like, yeah, fuck yeah, let's get it. And so, like, I don't know. So, whereas the self development, like the motivational speaker is like, you gotta hustle, man, you gotta fucking hustle. So that's combine the two, right? Because the hustle without spirituality is you're missing out on an exponential aspect of the growth. Okay, so I'm encouraging people to start doing higher meditations than presence. And seriously, presence has existed for thousands of years on the planet. People have been doing it nonstop, and it's humanity is starting to change and shift, but like it's not going to save people. It's not enough. So the next meditation is letting go. That's the next best one. And there's way better meditations than letting go. But letting go is, if everybody who's practicing presence right now start practicing letting go, I don't think the collective could handle it. I think it would, because growth is painful. So I think that people wouldn't be able to handle it. So that's one of the reasons that it hasn't come in yet. But I feel like the great shift is occurring, and people are transitioning from presence to letting go, and they're also activating really hard. They're creating activation media, and they're also consuming activation media, and both are really, really beneficial for your activation. So the two components of the great shift are activation and letting go. And of course, we've all been reducing negative chasing. That's even more important, but we've been doing that for about a little over a year now. We've been reducing negative chasing. The more you reduce negative chasing, the more meditative you become, because it clears your mind and then gives you more consciousness to feel your emotions. And so the clearer your mind becomes, and there's no end how clear your mind can become, it doesn't just go to zero and stop. It keeps getting clearer and clearer. And then you can experience your emotions way more so painful, because there's more consciousness for your emotions. That's why people don't want to reduce negative chasing. They want to keep it in place because they don't want to face their negative emotions that much. And then you can face the negative chasing and other emotions, and so it creates a vortex, and it becomes exponential growth. So that presence, like if you have a good way of reducing negative chasing, so meditating your desires and whatnot, and doing manifestation work that reduces negative chasing, if you do this, you're going to get a really good path, and you're going to have, it's a lot, but I think that letting go is the next step. And, so like, what's a meditation? For starters, I'll say a meditation is better than letting go. You can't multitask while doing this. Oh, actually no. I'll give you an even better meditation than the one I was going to describe. There's a ton of meditations out there, because there's so many different aspects of consciousness. I'll go over the aspects of consciousness from least to greatest. Presence, forgetfulness towards the negative, alertness. These are all comparable to each other. Then letting go. Then allowing. So allowing is better than letting go. Then surrender. Then modesty. Then awareness. Then noticing. Then concentration. Then looking and wakefulness. Then focus. Then allow the diminishment. Then, if you view it, you will never view it. As in, if you're thinking about it, you will never see it as a reality, because you won't be able to handle it. So that's the highest meditation that I can put into words. That is an aspect of consciousness. It is a literal muscle. So spirituality is literally a muscle, right? So letting go, is a muscle. It's divine and everything, but it's also a muscle, and you make the muscle stronger. So you can go hard with presence or letting go. I don't recommend doing that when we're first starting, transitioning over to letting go. But you can also go hard with it. You can push really hard with meditation and grow even more. But people don't want to do that because that would fuck people up. They want to go hard in the gym, but they don't want to go hard with spirituality because they can't handle it. And that's, if you disagree with me, it's because you have a homeostasis belief structure, and your DNA is broadcasting a really dog shit frequency, and it's contagious, and people don't like that shit. They don't want to be around you as much. Obviously, there are people who disagree with me who are very charismatic and popular, but they're really missing out on a lot, and they'd be a lot more popular if they could believe. But it is what it is. Different people are going through different types of difficulties and whatnot. Okay. So letting go is the nice meditation. By the way, I don't know if you can hear this, but there are people slamming doors in outside, and that used to drive me crazy because I was super, with my mental illness, it made me super sensitive to noises. My neighbor would screech with his walker above me, and the neighbors outside in the hallway would kind of like talk really loudly and slam doors a lot, and it would drive me crazy. And practicing letting go has made it so it hurts a lot less now. Sometimes it doesn't even hurt at all, and I actually enjoy it now because it gives me something to let go of. It's very difficult to bring letting go into this world because when you let go, you're basically opening yourself up for greater amounts of pain, because letting go is such a rapturous experience that, if you can imagine, if you're having a lot of pleasure, what's happening is you're opening yourself up to life experience, to positive experience, and then someone takes a nail and on chalkboard and like screech on it, and you be, oh God, no, like because you're like open, your ears are open. Let's say you're listening to like the most heavenly sound ever, and then suddenly you hear a nail on the chalkboard. It would hurt even more because you were listening to the heavenly music. So letting go is like that. I call it emotional juxtaposition, right? So the better you're feeling, and then something bad happens, the more it hurts because you're open to experience. You're opening yourself up to experience, so you're more open to the pain. So that's one of the main reasons it's very hard to bring letting go into this world, because people don't want to be open to pleasurable experience. They want to be basically in a contraction and bracing for negativity. So it's also hard to bring letting go into this world because people have such a lack of belief in letting go. They believe in the mundane and the small stuff and presence and even that. So switching over, I've been letting go this whole time, by the way. So you can definitely, when people let go in this world, they let go of something. And so what you have to do is you have to learn not to let go of something, but to learn how to let go generally. How does it feel to let go? It's right between the eyes, the location that letting go is. It's like in like half an inch from where I'm pointing. Actually, no, it's like in a quarter of an inch from where I'm pointing. And then like it's like this big, I don't know, it's like in here. It's like right between the eyes. And it's like closed, and you open, and that's letting go, okay? So you might be able to feel it coming off of me, and that can help you, give you a pointer to how to start practicing it, because that's how it is with presence. When I first started doing presence, I was reading The Power of Now, and he was talking about how he was saying, like, let the contagious presence in the book teach you how to be present. And I could feel the presence coming from the work, and it enabled me to learn how to do, and I could feel it off of Eckhart Tolle, because I watched him before I started practicing presence. I started YouTubing him, and then I bought the book, the audiobook, and then I bought his retreats and stuff like that too on Audible, and I listened to a bunch of Eckhart Tolle. So that was like that was 9 years ago. So basically, you need to learn how to let go generally, and how to multitask while you're letting go. So you can make artwork, or play sports, or make music, or consume media, consume good spiritual media that's going to activate you. So I said that letting go and activation are the two keys to the great shift. And for activation, I don't want to make this too long. For activation, you want to watch activation media and activate others through your media. It's a two-way street, it's a two-way energetic street. When you, for instance, my favorite activation media is Lily Nova, Starseed, DNA activations, or something like that. Just type in Lily Nova activation, and she has mantras that she says to activate you. Listen to that shit like 10 times a day. It's like a 13-minute long video. and that shit will you couldn't handle it. I bet that shit will activate you so fucking much. Aaron, yeah. Aaron Dowdy has a really good activation, the Starseed activation meditation as well. It's like 25 minutes long that I have like a playlist and everything. So you want to, that's consuming activation media. If you know how to create activation media, that's really good too. So you'll activate people with your media, and then they'll send you activation energy, and they'll also send you their doubt. Okay. So Starseed activation basically makes you believe in the Starseed story even more and more, which is awesome because I don't want to be skeptical about this. I want to believe because it's very enjoyable to believe in the Starseed story. I still have a lot of skepticism about it. I used to not, but then I got hit with like a bunch of shit from life, mental illness stuff, and so it made me really skeptical. I made me not believe in it for a long time, and then it made me skeptical, and I'm coming back into it. So basically, if you are consuming media, you're sending the creator energy, and if you're creating media that activates people, which if you aren't doing that, you should learn how to do something that is going to activate people. You should definitely learn how to learn a skill or something that you can show people and that people can watch that and benefit from it. So, and like you should start that now if you aren't doing that already. And basically, when you make media, it's way more beneficial to be a media creator than a content consumer. Because when you make an activation piece of artwork or something like that, and people see it, they send you activation energy, and they also send you all of the doubt that gets triggered by the growth in activation. Activation growth triggers what I call starseed doubt. So you watch that, or you make it, and so it's a two-way street. You're both setting each other activation energy and doubt energy. And why do I want doubt energy? What the fuck? Come on, dude, don't be so stupid. The energy they send you the doubt energy, and you let go of it, and then you grow in your truth, in the truth. Okay. And so if you look at like a lot of the teaching of Jesus, they kept saying that he's the truth. They didn't say he speaks the truth or that he emanates the truth. They said he is the truth. Okay. He is the truth. Okay. So if you want to exude truth and to emanate the starseed story to other people and to wake up the collective and to activate everybody's DNA, you have to be a beacon in this world and cleanse the whole world, like I think they call it a selenite rod that cleanses negative energy. And you have to take the way that you heal people. By the way, I'm gonna really finish with this. The way that you heal people is that you face their latent negativity, which is bad vibes, what it would take for them to ascend. You had to the pain they would have to go through to ascend. That's what you face. So you face their bad vibes and you transmute it using your own consciousness. It doesn't mean it's painful. You can get really good at handling bad vibes, so you can heal bad vibes without being painful. But when you first start, it might be painful. But you should meditate on trains and stuff, libraries, etc., where there's really dense energy, and heal the collective and really wake people up from this bullshit, from this mundane 9 to 5 cubicle bullshit. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.